You woke up this morning with a plan. Maybe you were finally going to work out, focus on studying, eat a little healthier, or start that thing you've been putting off for weeks. And then, your phone buzzed. One notification, one video, one scroll. Before you even realized it, an entire hour disappeared. But honestly, here's the thing nobody tells you. That wasn't your fault. Your phone is literally built by some of the smartest engineers in the world, people whose only job is to keep you on the app as long as possible. So when you lose focus, procrastinate, or catch yourself reaching for your phone without thinking, it doesn't mean you're lazy or weak. You're just playing a game that's rigged against you. But today, I want to talk about how we take that control back. But before you can fix your self-control, you need to understand why it breaks first. So every app, every feed, every notification, they're all designed to trigger a tiny hit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical inside your brain. And of course, your brain is wired to chase it. To be clearer, it's not a character flaw, it's biology. But the problem is, the more you chase quick dopamine, short videos, likes, instant replies, the harder it gets to do the hard things that pay off slowly. Just like reading a book, building a skill, or going to the gym consistently. As your brain starts to see those things as boring because they don't give you the fast hit you need. So the real enemy isn't distraction. It's the fact that your reward system has been quietly hijacked. And most people don't even know it's happening. Okay, so what actually works? First thing, stop relying on willpower. Because it is like a battery, and a battery runs out. So after a long day, most of us don't have much energy left to stay disciplined. That's why the real change starts with your environment. For example, if you want to stop scrolling at night, just put your phone in another room. The main point is not to rely on discipline, but to remove the option. If you want to read more, then put a book exactly on your pillow, not in a drawer. Or, if you want to eat healthier, force yourself to don't keep junk food in the house. Simple, right? Here's the rule. Make good habits easier and bad habits harder. What you really need isn't more motivation, but better surroundings. Because the version of you at 11 p.m. who's tired and bored, that version will always choose the easy thing. So make the right thing become the easy thing before the tired version of you shows up. Now let's talk about those moments when the urge hits. Because no matter how much you prepare, life won't always be perfectly set up for you. Sometimes the phone is still right there. The junk food is still within reach, and you can feel yourself getting pulled toward it. When that happens, try this. Pause for 10 seconds. That's it. Don't fight yourself. Don't feel guilty. Don't start another speech in your head about needing more discipline. Just stop for a moment. Take a breath. Count slowly to 10. And ask yourself, do I actually want this right now, or am I just reacting? Because most of the time, it's not even a real decision. You're not truly hungry. You're not really bored. Your brain is just following a pattern that it's repeated 1,000 times before. And that tiny pause? It matters more than you think. Because for a few seconds, you interrupt the autopilot. You create a small space between the impulse and the action. And inside that space, you finally get a choice. It sounds almost too simple to work. But real self-control usually isn't about forcing yourself to be stronger. It's about slowing down long enough for the thoughtful part of your brain to catch up before the habit takes over. Finally, here we are to the one last thing. And honestly, this might be the most important part. A lot of people treat self-control like a daily fight, like they have to wake up every morning and win some huge battle against themselves. But living like that is exhausting, which sooner or later anyone would burn out. So instead of thinking about discipline as being perfect every single day, just think about it as staying in the game. Because real progress isn't built on perfection. It's built on consistency. You mess up once? That's human. Just don't let one bad moment convince you to give up completely. One missed workout won't ruin your progress. One unhealthy meal won't destroy your health. One unproductive day doesn't erase your potential. What matters is what happens next. You slipped up this morning? That's okay. Start again this afternoon. Bad week? Fine, start Monday again. The people who seem incredibly disciplined aren't perfect people. They've just learned how to keep going without turning every mistake into a reason to quit. And over time, that consistency becomes part of who they are. That's how self-control is built. Not through perfection, but through practice. Again and again, even on the messy days. So before we end this, let's keep it simple. Self-control isn't about becoming someone with endless motivation. It's about building a life that makes better choices easier. Change your environment. Pause before acting. Focus on consistency instead of perfection. And most importantly, stop punishing yourself every time you mess up. One bad moment doesn't define you. One distracted day doesn't erase your progress. The goal was never to be perfect. It is to keep coming back. So after this video, don't try to change your entire life overnight. Just change the small things, little by little. It may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they quietly change the way you live. And if this video meant something to you, let me know what small change you're starting with today, okay? I genuinely love to read it. See you in the next one!